Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's the second week in March, and we're going to see how things are going in the garden. It's March 14th. With spring less than a week away, officially spring, March 20th, we're really getting after it, trying to get things in order. Zoom out a little bit, maybe we won't get quite as dizzy. We've cleaned up our beds here where our herbs are, kind of chopped back our oregano. Looks like the chives are doing good, but we're cleaned up. Now it looks weedy here, but this is actually yarrow. We had just a couple of plants which it seeded in, so we cleaned the weeds out and we figured we'd leave this section here. We did get our horseradish in our containers. If you're going to grow horseradish, I think it's probably important to tell you to put it in containers, because horseradish will kind of want to take over. So anyway, we've got these 2 containers of it planted this week. And let's look at some of the stuff that we already planted. Our watermelons, they're having a rough time with the wind. The wind really dries them out. They're really having a problem coming on. We might just have to say we're not going to have so many early, and I've reseeded some of these in here, and I'll have to come back and seed some more, see if they come up. But our garlic, we got it all weeded. Like I say, we have to really get on the stick and get things caught up, because they were all getting out of control. Our cherry tomatoes here, they definitely aren't going to make it. I don't think. I haven't completely given up on them, but the wind snapped them all off. We put some soil on them, but with the winds like it is, like I say, it just dries the moisture out, so it makes them hard to survive. Now we've got these 2 rows in the Victory Garden between our new arbors that we put up, and we planted green beans in here. So in fact, that was just done today. Our little onions that we got in, they look like they're getting established good. We're out here today getting these onion starts in the ground. These were grown from seed. We're putting them about 6 inches apart. Nothing complicated. We use our handy dandy tool to make our holes, and we use every other hole on it because we're just going to grow these in the bulbing onions. Remember, this is the experiment this year that we're going to see if they bulb up any better than the ones we plant in the fall. And our tool is right here. Some of you have seen it in previous videos. All it is a board. It's got 1/2-inch dowels. Holes are drilled 3 inches apart. And we'll just take this here, put it where we want it, and step down, and we have our hole. This saves us a lot of time trying to put onions in. We can just drop them in the holes, and then we water it, and they'll fill in with dirt. But it's a simple process. It's easy to make a tool like that if you got a drill bit and some dowels. And they just use an old broom handle that was wore out, used it for something to hold it. But we're going to get the rest of these in the ground. Now, on our Cherokee purple tomatoes, we did lose a couple. We lost one, and we had a spear and put it in, and we've lost this one right here. Like I say, the wind's rough. I don't know if it's the wind, if something cut it, but anyway, we've got a spare to go in there. You can also see how our fall onions are doing now, because we've got all the weeds out of the way. Got that cleaned up. And we've got this 4 row cleaned up, ready. We're going to put in a bunch of ginger and turmeric in there. I don't know that the turmeric that we saved, we left it out of the ground so long. The mother plants that we saved, I don't know that they're going to be viable, so we'll probably end up. We've got a source for organic turmeric, so we'll just go buy some. But we did get our other tomatoes. These are red snappers right here. We got them planted. And I don't remember on the last video if we had the little greenhouse planted yet, but we've got lettuce in here. And it's kind of a little spotty. It's having a little bit of a time. And we come over here to this side. We've got our squash in here. It's seeming to do pretty good. Looks like we've lost one plant there, and I'm going to say it was, oh no, that wasn't. That was space left between there. Well, it might have been one too. No, it was one. Looks like the wind had just ripped it off. It's gone. But anyway, we've got a few zucchinis and we've got our yellow squash. We ain't going to worry about that one. We did get all our broccoli and our this is our cabbage here. The early Jersey, we put out some Mitchahili, and then we've got our next broccoli coming on there. Our bok choy is doing pretty good, except something decided to chew on these three here. We don't know what it was. And we got this was our last variety of tomatoes here. These are the Hassanators. We got all our baskets up and our cages. These here are emerald giant bell peppers, and then we've got 6 jalapenos right here. So we've got them in. We're going to be working hard. Hopefully we'll get this area here cleaned out. We kind of got a reprieve on this because we've got it all covered. So we don't have to worry about weeds really rooting in and taking over. But and we might go ahead and cover these 2 rows and then just clean up these. That way we can let that tarp kill those weeds out. Kind of windy today, so if you're picking it up, I ain't going to apologize for it. That's just life. While we're in here, and like I say, it's the end of the second week. The bumblebees are working over these lemon trees that's blooming. And somewhere in here, let's see if I can easily spot it. Oh, it was this one here. This is a grapefruit that I grew from seed. Now these things were all done, I think, in the early part of 2022, and you can see these things. This one here is trying to put buds out, so it's fixing to be blooming. That's the only one that I've really seen. I thought I seen signs of some buds maybe starting on my single seed challenge one, but I'd figure they'd be more noticeable by now. But it's not too late. This lemon tree here, it hadn't started blooming yet. Normally it starts blooming in the spring, so it might be a little bit. But the orange is certainly blooming, and it's setting plenty of fruit on there. I'm sure it might prune some of it off. But all our peppers are planted. We still have a few plants left. Now we do have one cherry tomato in here. I'm going to have to start me some more for my arbor. I've got some seeds laid out, so I'll start some more. You get out here and water my plants. it doesn't take long with this wind. My tomatoes are kind of wilting, but our average last frost date is normally it would be March 8th. I mean 28th. And as you can see right now, we're 2 weeks early from that. But we've got a good crop coming on. The long range forecast looks good. There might be some cooler nights, but nothing that's going to affect any of these warm weather plants to kill them. It might slow their growth down just a little bit. But I want to encourage you to get out there and grow something. Check your weather, get your seeds, start your transplants. Get that garden growing. If you like asparagus, you can see ours is definitely starting out. Of course, we got a lot of smaller ones. We'll just let them grow on out and grow into their little bush, and we'll keep harvesting the ones that's got a little bit more size on them. But anyway, that's where we're sitting. I'm really enjoying this time of year. We've got things more under control. We've just got a little bit to mess with. This bed here is going to have to be hand weeded. We can't just cover it because it's got little chamomile plants coming up in here where it's reseeded, and we don't want to take them out. And we should start seeing some action from our echinacea here, our purple coneflower. It should be starting to come on. There's a few of them that's got leaves, so hopefully that'll do good here in the next couple weeks. But that's where we're sitting. We're slowly getting there. And yes, it does take a little bit of work, but the rewards are really great when you take time to plant something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this second week of March update. And of course, if you're new to the channel, you want to see more, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all. And of course, everyone, give it a big thumbs up and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.